Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the harsh truth. Your harsh truth reading for the sign of Gemini. Just cleansing your space here. Some Palo Santo. Cleansing the cards. Before we begin, let's take a little meditation moment. Let's breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. This is going to be the first part of your reading. This is Gemini cards. So the cards we have here, we have the 8th house. I pulled a house card to see what house is going to be activated in this reading. And we're going to talk about, and from the Osho Zen Tarot, we have politics. Okay, so the harsh truth, what we're going to talk about here. Again, it has to do with you. You can't move forward in life unless you are comfortable with you and who you are. Are you living a life with a mask on? Are you living a life like a politician? Are you living the life through your mind? Your mind is like a politician. It's there to manipulate you and create situations and plan schemes in your life. And this is talking about beginnings and endings. You know, this card being pulled here is speaking about there has to be dark moments in order for you to see the light, right? So this period in time, you might right now be going through a very dark time, right? When it all goes dark and mysterious is when you're really gonna find yourself. So the 8th house is about beginnings and endings. Right? There's dark nights before the light comes. And sometimes you have to sit in that darkness for a long time. But this is definitely a time of great transformation. So whenever you're seeing this, I'm recording it in February, intended for the month of March. You know, maybe you're going through this transformation, or maybe you will be going through this transformation, but a certain change has to be made here in order for you to move forward. You have to feel uncomfortable with yourself. You have to go through some dark phases. Are you living, take off the mask, take the mask off and portray who you really are. You know, get in tune with your psychic abilities in all forms. You know, health-wise, like this card, the 8th house, the 8th house could also mean like there might be long-term illnesses here, and it could be mental health. Okay, you are an air sign. So air is the mind, you know, like the mind plays tricks on you like a politician here. Are you playing tricks on yourself? Are you portraying who you really want to be? Are you portraying what you really want in life? You know, some of you might be at that level already. Understand that. You know, but take this as clarification. Take this as an omen. You know, anybody, like a politician, anybody can be a great presenter. Anybody can put on a mask and make believe and play make believe, but it's time to put down the makeup. It's time to take off the mask and show your true self. You do tend to think a lot. You do tend to over-evaluate and over-analyze things that might not necessarily be true. And you know, with this card being here, there is a sense of dark times. There's a sense that transformation is here. It's happening, or it's going to take place, or it needs to happen. a transformation in how you present yourself to the world needs to take place here. A representation of how you represent yourself is what we're going to talk about here. Who you really are. What needs to end in order for something to begin? The death card. What needs to end in order for you to begin? What needs to be left behind? How do you want your legacy to be left behind? There's ancient sphinx in here. They leave legendary information and the way that they created hieroglyphics and left their legacy behind. Is it true to yourself? Is it really what you want? If you were to die right now and people thought, knew who you are, and you were to die right now, this card very well can mean some form of death. So be cautious. This is a card of death as well. But example, imagine if you were to die right now. Would you be okay with how people thought of you right now? What people thought of you and what you were doing and what you were bringing to this fucked up society as it is? Are you happy with where you're at? Are you happy with what you portrayed? And again, we're not here to portray anything to anybody else. We're here for ourselves. We are all masterpieces of God, of spirit, of the universe, Allah, temple, whatever it is that you believe in, right? We're all a masterpiece. It's the society that we lived in and the political structures that were given to us, that we grew up in, that we were born in, we had no choice. And that aspect that created the person that you are portraying now. Is that person real? Are you living your life with no mask or a mask? Do you have a mask on? What needs to end in order for something to begin? Are you in a transformation period? Do you feel like you've transformed into what you actually want to be or what you actually want to portray? And if you're not there yet, then maybe that's what the cards is going to tell us. If you're not there yet, then maybe that's the direction that this reading is going to go in and how it'll resonate with you. What direction can I go in that way? If it's not, and you are there or you're on that direction, then take what resonates and let's see what aspects we can highlight here so that you can keep going and move forward and living your life without the mask. And not letting your mind take over and manipulate you and create scenarios and situations that aren't really there, that aren't really realistic, that you're just implementing in your mind. The eighth house is also the house about sex, death, and psychic powers, control, and material things. Like, are you being materialistic? This is not a time for you to be materialistic. This is not a time for you to be flashy and bougie. And at the end of the day, money does not buy you happiness. It is a tool used to elevate your physical mind, body, spirit, but it's not there for your 5D, your five-dimensional, mind, body, spirit, your emotional mind, body, spirit, the thing that actually manifests things. Money can buy anything, but it's not going to buy you complete happiness on the inside. And I don't need to repeat that, but like the richest people are the most broken. The most famous people are the most loneliest. Like literally, like lonely, like famous people are literally beyond lonely because there's no one that's vibrating at their frequency. Their frequency is not your frequency. Theirs is their own. Theirs just happens to be more in a physical aspect. So now they're making do with what they have. And that's why they put out all this sad music because deep down inside, they really are sad. They have everything they need, but they can't engage people because of how the reaction is and how people just want to thrive in a piece of them. Like, do you really want a piece of someone who's broken, has a lot of money, but they're broken as fuck? What life choices are you creating for yourself? And again, some choices we couldn't pick. When we were younger, we were put on a path, but these are adults watching my readings here. You are adults and you understand the aspect of making choices and the choice is yours. You have two sides to you, Gemini. We have two sides to us. I say I have three sides because I'm a Gemini cusp. So that's one twin plus the other twin and then my Cancer side. So I say three. So I'm a triplet. So that's three personality traits I have to go through. That's three emotional aspects I have to go through. That's three different logical perspectives that I have to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the tarot cards. You're going to see the cards here laid out. Gemini, if this sounds like your reading, then I urge you to continue on and come to OnlyFans and watch the rest of this. The rest of the reading will be available on OnlyFans. It's $5.55 a month for subscription. Right now, what are you benefiting from? It's $5.55 a month for at least one reading, and with time given, I'll be able to do more readings. But this is your harsh truth for the month of March or whenever you're here to see it. And eventually there will be more. I don't want to put time frames on it. It's just going to literally say Gemini because all of my readings will resonate with everybody because it has to do with something. It's not, I'm not going to pull, oh, your ex is going to come back and they have somebody else and then your mom's doing this and your brother might do this, but work is being shady and like that's not how I read. I'm here about you. I'm here to hype you up to make you a better version of yourself so that you can understand yourself better and live your life purpose. That is my channel. That is what we're here for. So if this sounds like you're reading, come on over there and you'll be able to see the rest of this reading, but you'll be able to see the cards at this point. What messages do we have for Gemini? I'm going to pull 10 cards. Ace of Wands, the Sun, Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Lovers. There you are, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. Page of Wands. Lots of creativity here, some celebration, lots of amateur-like level. I think for those of you that are going to keep watching this, you're not quite where you need to be. You're in the beginning phase, but you are very knowledgeable about what you want. And there's your options coming in at the end once you reach this path. And there's death, transformation. Wow, the 8th house is literally a card of transformation, death, rebirth. It's here. So I'll see you over on OnlyFans. If you're on OnlyFans, this is going to be your second part of the reading. If not, I'll see you there.